The Sunshine Ladies Tour headed down the garden route for the 2017 Dimension Data Ladies Pro-Am. The event took place over the George Golf Club for 2 days and fan court's Otaniqua layout for the final round. Leanne Pace, the defending champion and current SA Women's Open champion, got off to a steady start in George. Pace, as always, in the mix. Pace looked good from tee to green and opened with a 70. That would be a few off the mark come the end of the day, but by no means out of it. Carrie Park is enjoying her best season on tour, with a big win under her belt earlier in 2017, is playing with a newfound confidence. Park went 3 under through her opening 8 holes, notching up birdies at the 2nd, 5th and 8th. A drop at 9 saw her turn in 34. Park notched up birdies throughout her back 9 as she mirrored her opening 34 and looked in the groove down in the Southern Cape. Kiran Mataru, another who has impressed on tour this year, she had a steady opening round, a level par 72. She'd be 4 back going into round 2. The GFG Academy girl remained composed throughout to sign for a 4 under par 68 and shared the opening round lead. Matching Park's accuracy from tee to green and composure was Nicole Garcia, starting on hole 10 and outward 35, setting up a good day for Nicole. And all this in glorious sunshine. Garcia added a 33 to her 35, having started on the 10th hole and joined Park at the top of the round 1 leaderboard on 4 under par. Tali von Ruben joined Pace on 2 under, but a lot to play for after 1 round of the Dimension Data Ladies Pro-Am. The second day also took part at the George Golf Club, but the weather conditions were far cooler than on the opening round. Having jostled for position on day 1 and gained more knowledge of the layout, there was a lot to play for before the ladies headed to fan court for round 3. Nicole Garcia continued to impress in George, in search of her first win of 2017. With Leanne Pace hot on your heels, you need to be in top form. And Pace looked to make a move and put pressure on the leaders early on the second round. In her first season as a professional, Ivana Samu is looking more and more comfortable out on tour. An example here at the par 3 6 that resulted in the birdie it deserved. The rain came and went throughout the second morning. Joint overnight leader Carrie Park didn't push on as she'd have hoped after her opening 68. Despite some good shots, she'd move in the wrong direction during the second round. Samu looking to press on day 2. A solid birdie putt there, the youngster enjoying her golf. Park went out in 39, which was tough to bounce back from, and despite a 2 under 34, Carrie had to sign for a 2 over par 74 and reduced her overnight score by half, 2 under par with fan court to come. Ivana Samu looked very comfortable on the damp George greens, judging this putt to perfection, one of 4 birdies during her second round. Garcia, meanwhile, also looked very at home on the George putting surfaces. Samu again, and once again for birdie. She unfortunately added 2 bogeys to her 4 birdies on the second day, but when putts like that drop, the bogeys are quickly forgotten. Samu signed for a 70 and a level par tournament total. Garcia opened with a level par 36 to keep her score on 4 under par, and was very good from tee to green once again. And when she did find trouble, she dealt with it well. Tali von Ruben has had a good few results on tour of late and kept in touch with the leaders out in George.
Enjoying playing good golf again. It's taken me a couple of weeks to get back to the kind of golf that I know I'm capable of, so I'm enjoying it. It's very exciting.
Pace here at the tricky par 3 17 with its elevated tee box. Pace, a regular winner on tour and the #1 South African ladies golfer, is impressed with her competitors this season.
I think it's amazing. They're both really good players. I've played with both of them recently. I played with Nicole earlier in the year. You can really see some changes on her swing. Really good attitude, like always. So does Tandy. Tandy's a long hitter, so obviously the par 5s are reachable for her. But yeah, it's nice to see South African golf and golfers start to play better and better towards the end of the season.
Pace herself signed for another 70 and doubled her overnight total. 4 under par and in with a very good chance of defending her title after 2 rounds of the Dimension Data Ladies Pro-Am. Garcia, however, remained impressive as she worked her way around the George layout in difficult conditions and put herself in pole position.
I had a great start. I was 3 under after 4, so I thought, today was going to be a good day, but had a bit of a speed wobble halfway through and lost a few shots. Got myself back to level par for the day. Hit quite a few good shots, 1 or 2 more mistakes, and then finished with a birdie. Thank goodness. I was pleased about that.
Garcia adding a 71 to her 68 and 5 under par, enough to take a lead to Fancourt for the final round. Well, after 2 wonderful rounds of golf at the George Golf Club, things were very tight at the top of the leaderboard. All set up for the final round at the Otaniqua layout on the Fancourt estate. The weather was cool but calm, and with the increased prize fund, there was extra incentive for the contenders, and also incentive to collect Investec Cup points, that final taking place at Millvale in March. Nicole Garcia led the way in search of her first title of the year, which would move her to second on the Investec Cup points table. A steady start for Nicole kept her on 5 under par, which meant the other ladies had the chance to chase her. Von Rubin was one of those in good form and looking to chase down Garcia. This her tee shot at the par 3 4th hole. Park could only add another 74 to her total after having made a fantastic start to the week. 2 74s left her in a tie for 7th place, but the Investec Cup points all add up. Kiran Mataru is another who added nicely to her Investec Cup total. Mataru had a steady week, never really threatening to lead, but claimed 4th on her own with a tournament total of 2 under par. Von Rubin hasn't won on tour in a couple of seasons, but gave herself a good chance at Fancourt. There's a birdie on 4 under that tee shot set it up, and Von Rubin making an early charge. Samu here at the 9th, it's a testing par 4 to close out the 9. Samu was level for the day at that stage, trading a birdie with a bogey. A fantastic iron shot to the 9th green, she'd missed that and turn in 36. Pace her at the 9th hole as well, as her front 9 came to a close. This was to save par and turn in 1 under par 35. Von Rubin now at the 8th, 1 over par after 2 bogeys, cancelling out her previous birdie, and she got another one back, level par through 8 but not exerting enough pressure on Garcia at the top. Rebecca Hudson started on the 10th and was moving her way up the leaderboard. She hit a solid tee shot into the 4th hole and then proceeded to do this, bit of a celebration. The English lady enjoying her time in South Africa, she'd finish in a tie for 5th. Cordell also started on the back 9 and was a mover on day 3. This good touch at the par 3 5th hole showing her pedigree. Cordell finished in a tie for 7th. Nicole Garcia made her way through the front 9 unscathed, a birdie on the 2nd hole and the rest pars as she reached the 9th. And there too kept things very tidy, 6 under par and still the tournament leader. Ivana Samu continued to show impressive form from the fairways in. This a continuation from her 2 days at George, Samu making her fair share of birdies but throwing in a few too many bogeys along the way. Garcia looking to finish her front 9 with a birdie, but that putt hanging out to the right. She'd remain on 6 under par with 9 holes to play, was in a great position to take the title. Von Rubin now at 11, and she really was making a good effort at putting pressure on her playing partner Nicole Garcia. That one of many good shots Tandy played through the week. Tandy made no mistake rolling the consequent birdie putt in at 11. That moved her to 5 under for the week and a threat now to Garcia with 7 to play. Von Rubin had parred the 12th, 13th and 14th holes. Then played this at 15 and made the birdie to go 6 under, making sure Garcia would not have it all her own way. Leanne Pace found trouble at 17 when she was on 6 under par at the time and only 1 behind Garcia. But she clipped the trees on her way out and the ball made its way into the water guarding the par 5's green. Pace then had this for a bogey and limit the damage, but a double saw her title challenge over. With Garcia on 7 under par and on the 17th fairway, she produced the shot of the week under pressure. This her second into the par 5, setting up a makeable eagle putt. What a shot to play in that situation.
I was quite nervous standing over the fairway shot. It's not an easy shot to do, so I just committed, hit it to about 8 foot, and rolled it in. I can't really remember much else.
Rolling it in for eagle put her on 9 under par, and with Von Ruben parring the hole, opened up a 3-stroke lead with 1 to play. The 17th hole, the decider in the end. The locals who came to support the ladies tour were treated to a fine finish by Nicole Garcia. That eagle giving her a boost, and she produced a shot which would ensure a grandstand finish. Tanya Von Ruben on 6 under par, this for a birdie and a 7 under par total, and second on her own. The leading pros were not in the hunt in the Pro-Am running, but produced great golf throughout the week. A downhill birdie putt for double figures, a 3-stroke victory, and the Dimension Data Ladies Pro-Am title. Nicole Garcia making no mistake and enjoying the moment, the worthy champion at Fancourt. That's how things stand with the Investec final looming. Congratulations to the top 10 at Fancourt.
Any week to win is good, but obviously if you could get one of these weeks where the prize money is up and the points are more, that would be the week to do it. So I'm extremely happy, and it just gives me a little bit of an edge going into the final. So hopefully now I play well in the next few weeks and keep my place. Hopefully I can get into the top 3.
Garcia is in second spot and well set to be in the top 3 come the final on the 10th of March at Millvale. Still a lot to play for over the coming weeks though. Congratulations once again to Nicole Garcia. From the highlights team at Fancourt, it's goodbye.